Hey, small group leaders. Man, I can't believe that March is already here, that our small groups are moving forward, and I hope that your group is thriving and wonderful and a joy for you. Well, as we're in this time, I want to make sure that we remember something, that we remember our job. When I first got my very first job, I was 15 years old. Do you all remember how exciting that was? I remember driving around in the car with my mom as she drove me from store to store picking up applications. Finally, we came to this IHOP. It was just being built, still under construction. It didn't have walls up yet, so they had a temporary office building out front. It was one of those shipping containers, or maybe a quarter of one. It was very small. AC unit on the side, just rattling away. So I knock on the door where it says, "Now hiring." And somebody from within calls me and says, "Hey, come on in." And so I came in and asked for an application. And then I turned to leave, and the lady had asked, "Don't you want a job?" I was like, "Yeah, I want a job." She's like, "Sit down." And so I sat in this little tiny cramped office. Our knees were almost touching. It was so small. And she asked me 2 or 3 questions. And then she said, "Training starts Monday. We'll see you then." I was so excited. I remember rushing out to the car and telling my mom I got a job. And she's like, "That's wonderful. What's the job?" And I was like, "I don't know." I didn't know if I was a busser. I didn't know if I was a server. I didn't know if I was the manager of the store. I didn't have a clue. Let's remember what our jobs are. Our jobs as group leaders are to help people grow in their faith and their faithfulness to Jesus. That's our jobs. Let's not get distracted or discouraged by anything less than that. And so when we spend time in God's Word, it's to help people grow in their faith and their faithfulness. When we spend time in prayer, it's to help people grow in their faith and their faithfulness. When we spend time sending people out on mission and serving together, it's to help people grow in their faith and their faithfulness. When we spend time around a table eating a meal together, you guessed it, it's to help people grow in their faith and their faithfulness. So let's make sure that we know what our job is and that we finish this semester strong. See you all Sunday.